In this video, we'll learn how to create a band set list with voice countings and different lengths of click. So in this example, we have a voice counting for Brown Eyed Girl, which goes into 4 bars of click, and then it stops and you can continue to play the song without a click. Then we have a voice counting for Happy with 2 reps of click. And then we have a voice counting for Mustang Sally, and the click for that one will loop so you can play the whole song to a click. So this is how it sounds when we play it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then we get 4 bars of click before PolyNome stops and advances to the next track. So when you're ready to play Happy, you reach down and press play.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then you get 2 bars of click for this song. And when that's finished, reach down and hit play.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then you get a click for the whole of this song. I'm going to begin by creating a voice counting preset. So I'll edit this pattern. And what I want is a bar of rest followed by 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to add voice counting to this. So we tap under the notes to bring up the sound buttons, and I'm going to tap and hold on the H button.
4.
And this is already set, but you can search for voice and locate voice 1 to 4.
4.
And then simply tap this button once,
1.
and you will see that PolyNome is going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, which is not what we want. We want this to reset at the start of each bar. So tap where it says reset off and choose reset each bar. And now you'll see that it's going to count exactly what we want. And then in the mixer, which you can toggle with this button, I've pushed up the 1 and the AND faders, and this will give us the 8th note click.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And this is currently set to loop. So what I want to do is tap on loop and set this to be 1 repeat. And you may also want to push up the bar fader, and so you get a different sound at the start of each bar.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So this is our voice counting, and I'm going to go ahead and save this as voice count. Now, we're going to use this as the basis for all of our clicks, so you might want to go and change the sounds for the bar and the 1 and the AND faders to make them the click sounds that you would like. But once we've got this, we're going to start creating our playlist. We'll swipe and go to the playlist page. If you're viewing presets, you can just tap here to view the playlist. And I'm going to create a new playlist by tapping the plus button, and we'll call it band set with voice count. So now we have a blank playlist, and we want to add the voice countings to this. So let's say we have 3 songs in this set. I'm going to tap on the plus button and choose add presets from library, and I'm going to add 3 copies of the voice count that we just created, and then hit done. So now we have 3 voice count clicks. So I can play this.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And PolyNome automatically moves to the next item and starts to play it. So what we need to do is rename these to be the names of the songs that we're going to play. So we'll tap on the gear icon, and I'll rename this first song to Brown Eyed Girl. And then I'm going to set the tempo for this. At the bottom, we'll tap on tempo, and I'll just use tap tempo to get an approximate tempo for that song. And then hit done. So now we have Brown Eyed Girl. And then I'll do the same for the second item. Tap on the gear, rename this to Happy. And then I'll set the tempo. And then I'll do the same for the last song. Tap the gear, rename to Mustang Sally. So now we have 3 different count-ins for 3 different songs. And what we want to do is add a click after each of these. So we will have the voice count-in, and then it will lead into just a straight click with no voice. I'm going to select this first item, tap on the plus button, and duplicate entry with new name. And then I'm simply going to add -click to the end of the title so that I know that this is the click track. And I'll do the same for happy click. Now when I hit save, it's asking me if I want to use an existing version called happy-click, which was when I previously created the setlist, or a standalone version. I'm going to use standalone, which means that this is its own entity, and if I make changes to the other one, it won't affect this. And then finally, Mustang Sally, duplicate with new name, click and save, and create a standalone version. So now if I play this, you'll notice that we get the voice count in.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then it goes into our click.
1.
But this also has the voice
1,
count.
2.
So what we want to do with this is make this just be a click. So I'll go back to the main page. I'll tap on here and edit the pattern. And I'm going to delete those 2 bars so that this click is just the overlay faders and it's just 1 bar. So I'll save the changes. So now if I play this, we're going to get the count in.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then we get 1 bar of click. But then it moved straight into happy. And we don't want it to do that. We want it to stop when our click runs out. The reason it's moving through all of these items is because in playlist controls, we have auto advance on and play when advancing. And what we want PolyNome to do is stop each time it reaches a new song. So to do that, you can tap on the gear icon and change this to stop when reached. So now when we go from this click and it reaches the next item, it will stop. And you can see the stop icon here is indicating that this will not play when it's reached. And if you want to do that for multiple items, you can tap the pencil button, choose the items that you want to stop when reached, go to actions, and then in auto advance options, you can choose stop when reached. So now we just need to go and change the click for Happy and Mustang Sally to also be just the click and not the count. Now, one quick way of doing this, if you have multiple songs, is we can just copy the pattern from this click, which was just an empty bar, and paste it into those others. So to do that, you tap on the preset name and choose copy preset. And what we want to do is paste the contents of metronome 1 into metronome 1 for this. So we'll replace this here, and for this, replacing this. So what we do is tap the pencil icon, and I will choose Happy Click and Mustang Sally Click. And then in actions, you can paste attributes, and we're pasting from metronome 1 into metronome 1, and what we want to paste is the rhythm, and we'll also paste the stickings and sound buttons, but the rhythm would do it because the rhythm is just a bar of rest. So when I paste this, you'll see that now this Happy Click is just a bar of rest, and Mustang Sally Click is also just a bar of rest. So now we have our final set list.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So 1 bar of click for Brown Eyed Girl, and then it stops. And the same for Happy, and the same for Mustang Sally. Now you can change the number of reps for the click by tapping on the gear, choosing repeats, and let's set 2 for Happy. So now you can see there's 2 reps for the happy click, whereas there's 1 rep for the brown-eyed girl click. Let's say we wanted to play happy to a click for the whole song. You could either set this repeats for the number of bars in the song, or you could just set it to loop. And in this case, when we play happy,
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
This click will just continue until you hit stop. And then you'll have to select the next item and hit play.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, if you wanted to set all of the clicks to be, for example, 4 bars, again, you can tap on the pencil icon, select the clicks, and then in actions, you can go to rep options, set reps, and choose 4. Then you have 4 repeats for each of these clicks. And finally, you can print the setlist in PolyNome by tapping on the setlist name and choosing PDF of playlist. But notice that we have 2 versions of each of these because we have the click as well as the song title. So to get rid of that, you can tap on the pencil icon, select those items that you don't want to show up in the PDF, and then in actions, toggle visibility in PDF, and you'll see this little PDF with an X that means that that won't show up in the PDF. So now when we go to PDF of playlist, you only see the tracks that are visible. So that's how to create a playlist with voice counting in PolyNome.